Funding for Fair 2025 is provided by
At Iowa Corn, we know that corn is more than just a crop. It fuels our cars, feeds our livestock, and is in over 4,000 products on your grocery store shelves. Iowa doesn't just grow corn, corn grows Iowa. Learn more at iowacorn.org.
As Iowans, we all want clean air, land, and water. Iowa's pig farmers do too. The Iowa Pork Producers Association invites you to learn more at iowapork.org/wecare.
Since 1929, Wellaby has offered insurance solutions to help people protect their health and financial well-being. Wellaby strives to empower people to be well prepared, and well protected. Learn more at wellaby.com.
The Pella Roll Screen Foundation is a proud supporter of Iowa PBS. Pella Windows and Doors strives to better our communities and build a better tomorrow.
Banking in Iowa goes beyond transactions. Banks work to help people and small businesses succeed. And Iowa banks are committed to building confident banking relationships. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.
And welcome to Fair 2025. I'm Bill Riley. The great Iowa State Fair, it's in full swing, and we're thrilled you've joined us because there is so much to see this year. You know, more than 1 million people travel from across the country to be a part of this iconic Iowa tradition. A celebration of agriculture, creativity, and community that captures the very essence of summer. Tonight kicks off an entire week of State Fair highlights here on Iowa PBS, from unforgettable competitions, incredible food, and some big personalities, and plenty of fun. For the next 6 nights, we'll bring you a full hour of the very best moments from the 2025 Iowa State Fair. Tonight, we'll find out where this year's largest livestock tipped the scales. Families face off in a chopped-style showdown. And we celebrate the haircut that refuses to go out of style. It's the Mullet Contest. So let's get started with the event that kicks off our coverage every year in grand style. It's the Iowa State Fair Parade.
It is a beautiful night here in downtown Des Moines on the steps of the Capitol, and excitement, it's in the air. So tell me about this tradition, Lloyd, with the pizza, because I'm hungry now. Why the pizza to the parade?
Dad buys it and he eats it.
We used to come here with, like I say, my mom and dad, my sister and I, her kids and my kids, and we'd get 3 or 4 pizzas, and you could do that for $5 a pop.
$5 a pop has turned into $7.99.
Well, Angela Belagante is the superintendent of the Fiddlers Competition and part of the Grand Marshals this year. So I guess this is a pretty big year, 100th anniversary of the contest. This is quite the ordeal. What's it mean for you to be here?
It means everything for us to be here and celebrate this milestone. And so many people before us have come along and just paved the way. And this contest has been strong and steady since 1925. And we've got history of it. And we're celebrating it big. First weekend of the Iowa State Fair up at Pioneer Hall.
Ellie Blackford is the 2024 Iowa State Fair Queen. And Ellie, you're only queen for just a couple more days. So how would you sum up this whole experience?
It's just been absolutely breathtaking. Everywhere you go, everywhere you travel, you always see something new. Each community is so different in all of the county fairs, and the county fairs really encapsulate that. These queens, they come from pride in their communities, and they are just so proud of where they come from, and they're willing to share that with everybody around them.
I grew up here in East Des Moines. A lot of what's in the parade are companies that I know, or East High School band might come by. There's just a lot of familiar things, and having been to the parade a lot, we see companies here that we'll later see at the fair when we go.
My granddaughter is going to be in the parade, and you know, I don't miss anything that she's in. This one is just cool because it starts things off. You know that the state fair starts tomorrow, and it's a great way to kind of get you ready and get you excited to go there and see all the events.
Clearly here in the shade, you knew to be here early. So how early do you get to the
How
parade?
early do I come? Sometimes 3, sometimes 4, 4:30. And I just love coming early to get a spot.
I had to bring a charger thing for my phone because I always take a ton of pictures here, so I knew it would be running down.
They said you have to come to the state fair to see the state fair, but first of all, you got to come to the parade, the kickoff parade. So we're here tonight for the first time to watch it.
All right, who's ready to see some mullets? Oh my goodness.
So Wyatt, you won the mullet contest. How are you feeling?
Good.
Good? What does it take to have a mullet?
I don't know.
What do you think, Mom?
Pretty awesome. We got second last year, so we were going for first this year.
What do you think is your favorite part about having a mullet?
Definitely has an attitude with it. Not sure it's my favorite, but he has one.
There are 3 different age groups in this contest. 6-year-old and younger, 7 to 12-year-olds, and 13 years old and up. Judges are looking for creativity and design originality.
Age group for the mullet competition. Harley.
I got it because I had some friends in my school that had them and my cousins. So I just thought it would be a good idea to have it until I figured out of the mullet contest.
What do you think a mullet would say if it could talk?
I don't know. Probably, it's very hot out here. He's gonna have to say bye-bye tomorrow.
You're gonna have to say goodbye to it tomorrow?
Daddy did a lot of the coaching when it came to his moves and just really kind of working the crowd. And he was cheering from the top. We told our local community that he was gonna be doing this, and they really showed up for us. We're really proud.
Oh, that's awesome. won the Mullet Contest. Tell us, how are you feeling right now?
I am feeling ecstatic and elated about this mullet competition because I believe I've been daydreaming about this for a hot minute.
What made you decide to have a mullet?
So you know how the last few years, post-pandemic, everyone's got to like get back into the grind and have a really good life goal. I just needed something that felt fun, that I was gonna feel good no matter what happens, and being out, like finding your people in a line full of mullet wearers is a very good feeling. 10 out of 10 encourage anyone to enter next year's competition.
Oh my, what a hoot. Up next, they're massive, majestic, and the true bosses of the barnyard. Let's head to the Big Animals Contest to meet the stars of the show and the people who care for them in the fair's biggest competition.
So we've got quite a list. We've got a list of people that have been here before and people that are new. And we're going to see if we can beat about 500 pounds. Nona's ram weighs 456 pounds. All right, our next ram up is Fisher Farms from Mercer, Missouri. It's a 3-year-old Suffolk ram named Big Bad Joe. Big Bad Joe weighs 501 pounds and a half. Our next ram comes from Abby Wilson of Shell Rock. It's a Columbia ram, 7 years old. His name is Judah.
505 and a half.
So my challenge at the beginning of this contest was to come up with a ram that weighed at least 500 pounds. We're going to start with our reserve champion, Big Bad Joe, who weighs 501 and a half pounds. And our champion for this year, at 505 pounds, Judah. Abby Wilson from Shell Rock, Iowa.
We've got some unique creatures for you. We appreciate you being here today. Our first boar, Travis Jetski with Red Ranger. He's from Eldora, Iowa. He weighs 788. Our next entry is consigned by Kyle Cove. The boar's name is Big Mav, and Big Mav weighs 1,010 pounds. Bandit weighs 942 pounds. 942 pounds. This entry is Al Francis. The boar's name is George. He's a Yorkshire boar that's never sired any pigs. He loves eating apple pies and hog feed. And thus far, he's the heaviest one we've had, 1,134 pounds. Okay, we're beginning to have a little competition here. 1,236 pounds. 1,236 pounds. The next entry coming into the ring is Brian Britt with Duke, 1,268 pounds. This is your champion, Big Boar, at the 2025 Iowa State Fair. Congratulations.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the 2025 Super Bowl Contest at the Iowa State Fair. All right, well, hey, we just saw Rampage come across the scale at 2,760 pounds. Now, our second bull of the night tonight, again, Albert Pugh, He came in at 2,690 pounds. So let's have a hand for Albert Q tonight. Well, folks, we've got our only Charlie of the night. He's on the scale right now. His name is Big Beaver. He comes from Templeton, Iowa, up in Carroll County. Get Big Beaver's weight here. We'll see what he scales in at. Ooh, my, 2,720 pounds. We're going to see another Black Angus. This is a Black Angus composite. His name is Bud.
Our 2025 Super Bowl contestant winner comes from Clinton County, Bud, weighing in at 3,110 pounds.
Behind the Blue Ribbon, a new Iowa PBS documentary takes you behind the scenes of the Iowa State Fair, including the story of an 11-year-old named Jack Theobald from Muscatine.
This is Bunny. I just started working with her and walking her, and they're just fun to do stuff with and play with.
We live in Muscatine, Iowa, been here our whole lives. We work at a pig farm. It's a farrow to finish unit, so we've got sows and we've got finishing pigs. Then we also have a little bit of a goat herd on the side, and then some oddball animals too.
Jump. Hank is 2 years old, 3 years old. He likes to try to nip at you and eat your shirt.
This year we will be exhibiting what we hope is the biggest boar of Iowa. And then we will have 2 4-H market hogs out there also.
Hey, piggies.
Which will be Jack's first year showing at the state fair.
Come on, guys. Out. I'm gonna give them a bath.
You know, in our line of work, we've been able to bring our kids with us, I don't know, since they're old enough to walk. Maybe before they could walk, they've been coming to work with us at times.
You gotta wake up early. It's a dirty job. I walk them, feed them.
The kids have been lucky enough to be able to go in and help wean pigs, breed sows, farrow pigs. I don't think there's a task on the farm that either one of them haven't really done.
This one is Hammy. He's a Tamworth.
Jack was breeding pigs as soon as he could walk, even going to kindergarten explaining to the teacher and all the kids how you AI sows.
Yeah. Come on.
You can watch the full Behind the Blue Ribbon documentary anytime on iowapbs.org.
I've had this machine on the road about 15 years where I've been going to fairs all over. Would you like to take a little tour around the tractor here? We'll just kind of show it off. Right here we got the teapot. We can warm the coffee pot up, you know, and have our, now I forgot to put, this is my hot dog cooker here. I can cook hot dogs right on the muffler, and I forgot to put those on here today so far. You know, we got some interesting curios we've picked up along the trail. This right here, well, you can use it for a club or you can use it for a back scratcher. It works pretty good, you know, and give massages there like that with it, you know, whatever. You know, nothing runs like a deer, they say, right? So we got our deer antlers on there. It kind of helps chew the way through crowds, you know. It's a little bit intimidating when you got a big crowd, got to get people through. Now here's one of the favorite things right here. Like I said, I'm getting old, you know. I sit down here in this cast iron John Deere seat, and my Cookie Monster here blows up the balloons, you know. Now, usually when I do this, there's a crowd of kids around, and We end up with kids about 25 deep. There you are, little girl.
Thank you so much.
Kids of all ages enjoy that. I think with the rain, my golf club swelled up. That's a homemade one there. That's one of the woods, you know. I use walnuts for golf balls usually. But... Well, there's Earl the squirrel. He's riding shotgun with me. There's my bullhorn for chasing the cows. You go out in the pasture with that and the cows just come running. That's the closest I got to air conditioning right there, my John Deere umbrella. There's a little memento from a festival that's going on right now, Britt, Iowa Hobo Days. That's a walking stick with a duck call built right into it there. That's pretty nice. I gotta have some modern conveniences. I do have a CD player on it, you know. It kind of helps set the mood. You know, I play mainly polka music. I find that a lot of people I'll be driving along and all of a sudden they start polka dancing. It just makes people happy, you know, and the world needs more happiness.
There are a lot of competitions at the Iowa State Fair, and there's a whole lot of food. We found an event that combines both of those elements and sprinkles in just a little bit of family drama. It's the first ever Family Chopped at the kitchen at the Iowa State Fair.
We are going to select two families, so hopefully a parent and a child. You two.
We wanted to do more competitions here in the kitchen.
All right, come on down.
So we thought, what would be more fun than to kind of take our take here at the Iowa State Fair on the ever popular Chopped TV show. So this is our take on Iowa State Fair Chopped.
You can use all 4 ingredients. You can use 3 of the ingredients. You just have to use 3 of the 4, okay? And then you'll get 30 minutes when we tell you go.
So today they will be using cotton candy, pineapple, puff pastry, and microwave bacon.
Wow, that sounds tough.
Yeah, it should be. That's the fun part of it.
Can you describe what you're making?
We're making bacon-wrapped pineapple in puff pastry with a pineapple drizzle on top.
You feel like you have a good half-hour plan?
Sure.
You guys cook together a lot?
She helps me in the kitchen a lot. Yeah, she's like my sous chef, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you have some rapport already?
Yes, and we like each other, so that's helpful.
Can you describe what you're making?
We're gonna kind of candy the bacon, mix it in with the pineapple, make it a sweet treat.
What did you think of the ingredients when they were
The
revealed?
cotton candy threw me off a little bit, so we kind of discarded that, but everything else looks like it can be worked with. I mean, it is Iowa, so we are solid with the bacon. We're confident in the bacon.
And this is a father-son team?
Yeah.
All right, do you guys cook together?
We do.
Okay.
He's my guy, so.
All right, contestants, you have used 10 minutes, 20 minutes remain. FYI, the puff pastry does take 15 minutes to bake. So if you're using that, you should probably get it in the oven. Okay, contestants, 5 minutes remain. 5 minutes remain.
All right. Should we just do like that?
Okay, that's good.
Come on, Ned. Hey, give me a spoon. Give me a spoon.
20.
Oh, are you kidding me? No.
10 seconds.
All right, doctor it up.
How do you decide who wins this cutthroat competition?
Yeah, so there's some criteria. So there's like presentation, taste, and creativity, and the audience gets to help us judge.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the adrenaline level?
Done a lot of sports activities, had a lot of adrenaline. Didn't realize how high the adrenaline was going to be here, especially when that time limit hit.
When that time came down, we were stressing.
Those last couple seconds.
Yeah.
So just grateful we got it on the plate in time.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Thumbs up. Very tasty.
And drum roll. Winning top today is Team 1 from Presentation seems to be pretty important to you. Are you happy with how it looked?
Yes, I think it looks pretty good.
She's very artsy, so I knew she'd make it look pretty.
And are you happy with how it tasted?
I didn't really get to try it.
Oh my gosh, I think you should try it right now.
Have you ever entered a contest at the Iowa State Fair? From baking to really big pumpkins, there's something for everyone. Here are some of today's winners. Well, it's already time for us to take a short break, but stay with us because we've got a lot more for you tonight. When we come back, we'll meet a student who has shown nearly every animal possible at the fair. We'll learn more about an annual reunion for folks who grew up on the East Side. And our own Paul Yeager will talk with fairgoers about the new foods at this year's state fair. So don't go far. We'll be right back with all that and more from the Great Iowa State Fair right here on Iowa PBS.
All right, so tell us, how do you guys survive the fair?
I think definitely staying hydrated is the most important thing. So we've had a root beer, a lemonade, and a water so far, I think.
Yeah. Just gotta get good sleep.
And comfy shoes.
Comfy shoes. Comfy shoes. How do you survive the fair?
Survive?
Yeah.
It's wonderful. There's no difficulty.
What's your strategy to get through the crowds?
We like to call it shoot the gap. Whenever you see a gap, you gotta go for it.
Just gotta walk around and slow people.
You go through the cracks. We try to stay together.
Honestly, I just zigzag through them.
So if you only had 2 hours at the fair, what is your list of things you've got to do?
Try to break into the butter cow.
Sky glider.
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg.
I'd probably get some pizza.
I want to see the bunnies because I want a bunny.
What is one hack that you would give to somebody who's never been to the fair before? Best advice.
Come hungry.
It gets hot. How do you guys stay out of the heat?
Just try to get yourself some shade, you know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely in and out of buildings. The water is very clutch. Also a good lemonade here, so.
I've been coming to the fair since there was no air conditioning anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's pretty wonderful now.
When it's raining, it was raining earlier today. How do you get out of the rain?
You don't. You just don't.
Any last minute advice for new fairgoers?
Oh, be prepared to have the time of your life. You get out of it what you put into it. Be kind, be gracious, and have fun.
Welcome back, everyone, to our first night of Fair 2025 coverage. It's always an honor to be part of such a long-standing tradition. For many young Iowans that are participating in 4-H or FFA, the road to the Iowa State Fair starts at their local county fair. And that's certainly true for Garret von Stein. Garret takes an incredible variety of projects and animals to the Polk County Fair, a place where children can get hands-on experience and explore everything from livestock to creative arts before stepping on to the bigger stage of the Iowa State Fair.
So I'm a third generation for 4-H. So my dad did 4-H when he was in middle school and throughout high school. And then my grandma was actually a county youth coordinator here in Polk County for many years. So my grandma did it, my dad did it, and then I did it. So this is where we keep majority of our animals. We got a kind of a big hodgepodge of different things. I've shown cattle. So I've had a bunch of different dairy goats. I've raised my own dairy goats, as well as meat goats. I've had a couple different bottle babies the last couple of years. I had pigs when I was younger, tons of different breeds of chickens. I've probably showed over 30, 40 different breeds of chickens in the past couple of years at my county fair, as well as pigeons, turkeys. I've shown my barn cat, Carlos. He attacked the judge, but he won the oldest cat award. Yeah, my brother's more focused in on his pigs versus me. I'm just the buffet. I'm taking everything at the buffet when he's just taking the pork. And then all the static projects I've done. So I've done woodworking, home improvement, photography has been one of my bigger ones in the last couple of years. So I usually try to submit as many pieces as I can for that. Everything that's been offered at my county fair I was able to show.
Because I've never done this, I have never picked the dairy weather, but I'm going to tell you, young man, that's the best dairy weather I've ever put my hand on.
It's a lot different fair from most county fairs. So most people, when they think of county fair, they think of the carnival rides, the different foods to eat, kind of like the state fair, but our county fair is a little different because we don't have our own county fairgrounds. We actually stay at the state fairgrounds.
I always joke when we come to the state fair, like, hey, welcome to Polk County Fairgrounds, just because we are so urban and so in the middle of Des Moines. So in 1988 is when they changed from Future Farmers of America to the National FFA organization. And it's an organization all student-led. It's the largest student organization in the nation. Bondurant didn't have ag until 7 years ago. To be involved in FFA, you have to be in an ag class. And so that's kind of where some schools are a little hindered because they don't have an ag teacher like me to be a part of their program.
Polk County 4-H, we serve youth in Polk County that are kindergarten through 12th grade. 4-H has its history in agriculture, so that is how it started. However, there is so much more to it. The way I like to consider the Polk County Fair is it's our celebration of learning. It's the celebration of everything that our kids have worked for all year long. Normally we have about 2,000 exhibits in our 4-H exhibit building, and then the other half of our county fair is our livestock. And I remember Garret when he first started as a Clover kid, and I've watched him grown up, and I couldn't be more proud to have worked with him.
Had those guys right away. Throughout 4-H, I've been club president a handful of times, along with currently I'm the vice president of my club. Another group I've been through is 4-H reporters as well, so that's at the state fair level actually. I get to work with organizations like IYPBS, and I've also been lucky to work with WHO Radio. But another big thing I'm doing this year, which I've done the past 3 years, was be a garden manager for our FFA chapter. So at the state fair level, we take care of a garden there. It's just right by Little Hands on the Farm, it's right behind there. We start taking care of this garden right when school gets out. We plant everything, and then whatever produce we don't sell, we will give to the Food Bank of Iowa. So I just graduated from Bondurant this year. I've been 4-H since it started in 4th grade, as well as FFA. I started my freshman year. We have really fluffy ones, so this is a silky actually. I would say it's probably the biggest thing in my life because that's what I wake up and do every morning and evening. I don't take it for granted. And it's just not one person, it takes a big group.
Showtime in 1 minute.
I'm Abby Brown at the Fun Forest stage with Brad Weston of the Brad Weston Experience. Tell us about yourself, where you're from, how long you been doing this?
I'm from Chicago. I grew up there, but
I did spend 10 years as an Iowa resident when I worked at Adventureland Amusement Park.
You do lots of balancing acts. How did you learn how to do all that?
I started, as a child with mime and soft shoe, and I always knew that I was going to be an entertainer, and so I picked up one thing after another. I was a magician for a while, tightrope walker. I've done lots of circus stuff, and everything I'm doing now is kind of the most favorite stuff that just kind of stuck. Oh, the phone, I got an idea. Whoa! Sorry, Abby. Should have seen the look on her sweet little face. Let me ask you something. You guys want to see me go crazy? Yeah? All right, get ready. Here we go. Get. Whoo, get. Oh, yeah. Cheers. It's tea. I have to say that it's a family show. But ladies and gentlemen, right now, it's tea time. One of the things that makes my show unique is the golf act, where I bounce a series of golf balls on the face of a club. It's kind of reminiscent of the Tiger Woods Nike commercial way back in the day. Yeah. I saw that as a kid and I thought, ooh, I want to do that,
Yeah.
Now, folks, I'm going to try to get both balls off the same club face. Cross your fingers, this one's hard. I know what you're probably wondering. You're wondering, can he do 3 balls? No, he cannot. But thanks for wondering. Oh, all right, I'll take a whack at it. All those cute, sweet little faces. I have 3 balls, 1 club face. Cross your fingers.
You're just getting started. You're going to be here every day, right?
Every day. And my shows are 11:30, 1:30, and 3:30. And every day through the whole run of the fair, so till the 17th. Cover your ears. Oh, yeah! Thank you! High five! I know you're good for one. Most terrifying part is when I walk barefoot on the edge of a single sword blade as if it were a tightrope. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brad Weston, and you are awesome! Thank you so much for coming out to see me at the Iowa State Fair.
These are some of the new fair foods at the Iowa State Fair. I've had a chance to try them already in a special event, and now that it is the actual fair, they are all just going to taste different. There are some classics. We all have our all-time favorites, and we have some new standbys, of course. But what's going to be the possible palate pleasers this year that went out at the Iowa State Fair?
Hi, how can I help you today?
3 little pigs to go.
What is key, do you think, for a new fair food to make it work?
I think just having fun. Having fun with the team, building things, and creating and see what everybody loves.
Handballs were pretty good. If I had to pick one, I would probably go for the maraschino cherries. It was pretty sweet, but I think it was a good flavor.
Take a bite, let's find out.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Nothing not to like about it. Chicken bacon ranch.
I'm not going to ask you to compare to last year's, but compare to last year's.
Probably better. Big fan.
This is new. Tell me about this.
Potato half and half Korean corn dog.
What do you think so far?
All right, yes, we have mozzarella at the top and beef at the bottom wrapped in potatoes with the special sweet chili sauce. It's awesome.
Does it have a kick to it?
Not too bad. A little, but not really, not much. I don't do spice. So.
Yeah, I'm not much on the spicy side either.
What does being the lobster princess mean?
It means I have to try all of the lobster, make sure it's perfect, and I get to talk to so many people. I get to take pictures. It's super fun.
I get asked a lot about the lobster. Why lobster at the Iowa State Fair? Is it all about being different, or it just wasn't an area that was covered before?
Well, here at the fair, there's, Campbell's Corn Dogs has the corn dog market cornered. There's turkey legs, there's Brad and Harry's cheese curds. We have to bring new flavors. Yes, we want to be different, but we bring kind of a culinary aspect to the Iowa State Fair. And it's just been fun. That's the fun part, is coming up with the new flavor profiles and things that are different, weird, and wonderful.
Brooks, we are at a special table. This is a big deal this year. What is this?
This is our high roller combo table. So our signature lobster roll this year is the high roller roll.
We got great timing.
This is our high roller roll. We wanted to do a little up level this year like we do every year for the fair. For the bun, we take duck fat and we add a bunch of gold shimmer. Then it's our fresh Maine lobster tossed with some clarified butter. And then it gets creme fraiche. And then 3 nice large dollops of our Hackleback caviar. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a high roller roll without some 24-karat gold flake on top and some dill.
You have to walk off all that food, at least I do anyway. But you do have to save room for one more thing, and that's a sweet treat. We are going to try the Scotcheroo Shake, one last sweet treat here at the State Fair. You can't try them all, but man, it has been fun trying. This has been tough eating all this food by myself. If only there was someone to help me. Oh, I volunteer. Thank you, Kenny. We're gonna try it. Enjoy yourself at the Iowa State Fair. It's time to eat.
What an exciting start to the week on the Riley stage. These young performers, they gave it their all. And here's who's advancing from today's competition. Catch the Talent Championships this Sunday, August 17th at 8 p.m. on Iowa PBS.
Once you spot one of the concrete statues at the Iowa State Fair, you start seeing them everywhere. Each summer, artists from all skill levels compete in the Concrete Statues Contest. And this year, they got to choose between a cow or a pig. Earlier this summer, we caught up with one of those artists as she worked on her design.
My cow's name is Claudette Monet. It is because she is inspired by Claude Monet's water lily painting. My mother-in-law, she camps at the State Fairgrounds, and she had pointed out a few of the different statues that people paint, and a lot of people who participate previously will bring their statues when they're camping and put them by their campsites to find them easier at night. And she kept commenting how much she loved them. I went, you know what, I bet I could paint those. That looks super fun. So I entered in the 2022 year. I ended up painting a barn, and I got honorable mention in the novice category. And then I competed again in the 2023 year, and I ended up winning in the tractor one. Right now, my daughter's obsessed with cows, so she loves looking at cows and just going moo. I just was really inspired by being able to make a fun pun out of the cow one. So this is Claude Monet's water lily painting, Bridge Over Water Lilies. So right now I'm working on the background area. Eventually there will be the bridge part that goes right over the background and will be on both sides, which will have her name on it on one side and my name on the other. So you have all of the water going in, and then after that the water lilies, and then going into the top you also see me start adding grasses and stuff to have that flow where it's not just water and then green, but it really does function going all the way up as you go up the cow. And then you have more dark willow tree trunks going down to kind of show that progression as it's different functions of light kind of hitting the cow throughout it. A lot of mine are just basic painting brushes that you're going to use with acrylic paint when you're using on an actual canvas that you would be buying, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, places like that. But some of mine are also eyeshadow brushes that I have that are old ones that I don't use anymore. They provide sometimes a better texture. Because it is a concrete and it is a three-dimensional object, you have the issue where it absorbs a lot of the paint. So a lot of the reason I do that first blue and green color blocking is to get a layer of paint down so it's not just soaking up all of the acrylic paint, because it really likes to eat the paint. The other part of it is because it's three-dimensional, it's very easy to miss little crooks and crannies, especially with the cat, like between the legs, the inside, right underneath where you have everything, sometimes behind the tail. It's just really difficult to see everything. You gotta constantly be moving around in different ways. You also have to really imagine, like, how would this go on the face, or how would this move if it's going underneath, and you have to be very aware of your direction.
This year marks the end of the concrete statue contest. Now complete, the statues are scattered throughout the fairgrounds.
It's a very time-consuming process, so I understand why it may not be returning. So I'm hoping they replace it with something different, but exciting.
On the first Friday night of the fair, there is an unofficial tradition that you may or may not know about, East Side Night. And I only have one question. What's the East Side? So I have one question to start. What is the East Side?
The East Side is a great group of people that when you grow up with them, you will be friends with them forever.
What makes someone a true East Sider?
Well, you have to have a zip code that ends in 17 or a phone number that starts in 26. That's a requirement.
Everybody's real, they're not fake.
Honestly, like, we're a diverse group. What makes an East Sider? You grew up on the East Side.
Yeah. How East Side are you?
I mean, my dad lives a couple blocks away from the fair. I mean, I went to the elementary school that's right outside the fair, so I'd like to think I'm a little bit East Side, you know?
Okay, so this is my first time at the fair on a Friday, so what can you tell me about East Side Night?
It's big. Really big. Every year that ever graduated from East High shows up.
All right, so tell me, what is East Side Night?
It's all about the East Side.
Tradition.
Yes, 100% tradition. We
Seeing old friends.
Yep. It is a class reunion for everybody that went to East High School.
It's East Side Christmas. I look forward to this all year long.
So what is East Side Christmas?
East Side Christmas is it is an all-class reunion for people that grew up on the East Side, went to school at East. This is the one time that they show up, and it is truly a big reunion.
What have you done on East Side Nights past?
So I kind of have a routine. Go to Main Gate or Toads, always, because they're the closest bars, and I always see my friends there. And then we always hit up the Bud Tent, because you can always count on seeing East Siders there.
Can you tell me a little bit of the history of East Side Night?
The Bud Tent started, from what I remember, the guy that owned it came back from the service and he opened the Bud Tent, and he was from around this area. It just started as kind of an informal thing, like a few people decided to come and meet, you know, at the fair and go to the Bud Tent, and it just grew from there. And now you have generation after generation, and it just keeps going, and hopefully will live on forever.
What does it mean to have a special night at the fair?
It feels great because we were born and raised on the East Side, and the fair's on the East Side, so why not have East Side Night?
We used to meet at the Bud Tent, now it's the Depot. Every time you turn, you see someone you know.
Everybody, like, they have pride from where they're from. You like to kind of claim it. And I don't know, it's nice to be able to, like, claim something.
So it is the first Friday night of the fair. It is East Side Night, but most importantly, it's all about just getting out, having fun with your friends, your family, and enjoying a beautiful night together.
Now, to close the show, we're looking up. After the grandstand goes dark, the sky lights up with the Iowa State Fair Drone Show.
It's more fun than it should be. There should be a law against having this much fun. So we brought a crew of 4. Everything gets set out on a 1-meter grid. We get our tape measures out, find the corners, so we hook up all of our equipment, and we get 4 drones out, and we get them about where we think they need to be, and we do a little hover test. So the drones will go up about 3 or 4 meters, hover, and come right back down exactly where they're supposed to be. Everything's off of GPS. We'll probably, on a typical show, we're logging on to 38 to 44 satellites in the sky. So it's all GPS. We got about a 1.5 centimeter accuracy to these drones when they're in the air. That software is what drives everything, and as long as our designer did his job right, they're gonna fly right in the sky. And then we lay the grid out from those 4 corners, set that all out, and there's a number of checks that have to be done. Wind-wise, we can take up about 20 to 22 miles an hour wind during a show, and then sit back and watch that show. It's ideally on here, when you do multiple shows, 3 nights in a row, you typically want to do the same show. Now, if we were going to do it this weekend, next weekend, we might tweak that a little bit just to change the show up just a little bit, maybe change the music track or something like that. First thing we do is have to come up with a storyboard. It's their story we're going to tell in the sky, not ours. So we come up with a storyboard, and it's typically 18 to 22 scenes. Let's go 1 through 20. We put that storyboard together. Every show is unique. We have a lot of designs that we can do a cut and paste type deal, but we really pride ourselves on customizing every single show that there is. You've got different logos up there for sponsors or this or that, and whatever is significant to the community or to the event you're going to. Imagination is your only limitation in order to do a drone show. We literally can put up about anything that there is. What our thank you is, other than the paycheck, is when we hear that reaction from the crowd goes completely nuts. That's our thank you. That means we've designed something really cool with some good animation and some cool colors and things like that. The butter cow comes up in the sky, believe me, and we have about, I think, 600,000 different colors we can use. We match the color of the butter cow to the T. That's important to us, is making sure that we do the right thing.
What a way to kick off Fair 2025, our first hour of highlights. It's in the books, but trust me, this is just the beginning. We've only scratched the surface of what's happening on the fairgrounds this week, and we can't wait to bring you more of the contests, the characters, and the traditions that make the fair so unforgettable. And if you want to relive the magic or see something you missed, there are plenty of ways to watch. We've got you covered.
Want more fair fun? Stop by our website or YouTube channel and the PBS app, plus our Facebook and Instagram pages. No matter where you are, we've got the State Fair magic ready for you anytime.
Now for tomorrow night's show. A battle of letters, nerves, and quick thinking. One of the most adorable stops at the Iowa State Fair. And we'll find out which young woman will be crowned the 2025 Iowa State Fair Queen. Thanks for spending this first night of Fair 2025 with us. It's always a joy to be back, sharing the stories, traditions, and surprises that make the Iowa State Fair something we look forward to every year. Be sure to join us tomorrow night for even more highlights from our great Iowa State Fair. Until then, I'm Bill Riley. Have fun at the fair.
Funding for Fair 2025 is provided by...
At Iowa Corn, we know that corn is more than just a crop. It fuels our cars, feeds our livestock, and is in over 4,000 products on your grocery store shelves. Iowa doesn't just grow corn, corn grows Iowa. Learn more at iowacorn.org.
As Iowans, we all want clean air, land, and water. Iowa's pig farmers do too. The Iowa Pork Producers Association invites you to learn more at iowapork.org/wecare.
Since 1929, Wellaby has offered insurance solutions to help people protect their health and financial well-being. Wellaby strives to empower people to be well prepared, and well protected. Learn more at wellaby.com.
The Pella Roll Screen Foundation is a proud supporter of Iowa PBS. Pella Windows and Doors strives to better our communities and build a better tomorrow.
Banking in Iowa goes beyond transactions. Banks work to help people and small businesses succeed. And Iowa banks are committed to building confident banking relationships. Iowa Banks, your partner through it all.